Alright, so I'm going to be showing you guys how we completed the Ancient China performance task in class on Zoom. The students will have to do something similar to this on their own next week with a different chart. So we try to do one together so they can get some practice and they can review this video whenever they want before the assignment. And when we do the other one, we'll do it as a whole group, so they have to do it on Zoom with me and Miss Spain or whoever their teacher is. So first it's going to have a chart similar to this one. It's going to be something completely different, but it's going to have a chart with pictures that are labeled and some that are not. So it says, how was the silk fabric made in ancient China? So I have to figure out that answer to that question using this chart. So we're going to go down to the second page. And it says, Part A, use the information in the chart to describe how silk fabric was made in ancient China. So if we look at our chart, it already has the first two steps, and we're going to follow the arrows for each step. So it says step 1, baby worms are hatched from moth eggs. Step 2, the silkworm makes a cocoon. Then we're going to go to step 3. If we look at this picture in step 3, we can see this is a boiling hot or just hot water with the cocoons in it. So I'm going to go down to step 3, put cocoons in hot water. That's all you got to do. Then we're going to go to step 4. So step 3, follow the blue arrow. Step 4, here you can see they're pulling the silk thread out of the cocoon. So now I'm going to go down to step 4 and put pull silk thread out of cocoon. Excuse me. Now we're going to go down to step 5. So follow the arrow, and we can see that right here they're weaving all the threads that were pulled out together. So weaving silk threads together. Lastly, we're going to look at step 6, and they just make the piece of clothing. So make piece of clothing. After we finish our chart, the students will have a chart they have to fill out on the independent one as well. We're going to go down to part B. On the actual assignment, it won't not say optional. During the actual assessment, they're going to have to do it. It's not an option. Right now, this is option, but for our assignment, we are going to do it as practice. It says, use the chart to answer your questions. Summarize how silk was made. Her silk fabric was made in ancient China. A complete paragraph includes a topic sentence, supporting details, and a conclusion. So we're going to use this chart to make my paragraph. So for a topic sentence, you're going to write what the topic sentence is going to describe what the whole paragraph is going to be about. So I might just put, there are many steps to making silk fabric in ancient China. That could be my topic sentence. Now I'm just going to go down and add each one of my sentences from up here. So step 1, baby worms hatch from moth eggs. So I'm going to continue right here. I'm going to put maybe I'm going to put the first step is that baby worms hatch from eggs. Oops. Now I'm going to look at my second step. Okay, second step, the silkworm makes a cocoon. So I'm going to continue. The next step is the worm makes a cocoon. Okay, so now I'm going to look at my third step. I'm just going down. Put cocoon in hot water. Okay. The third step is to put the cocoon in hot water. Okay, so now I'm going to look at the fourth step. Pull silk thread out of cocoon. Step 4 is to pull silk thread out of cocoon. Now we're going to look at step 5. The next step is to weave the silk threads together. Then our last step, the final step, is to make the piece of clothing. Okay, so I have all my steps, and my final thing is to write a conclusion. So my conclusion is just going to summarize what all this was about. So it could be as simple as, those are the steps to make silk fabric. Done. So this is what the whole assignment will look like. The students will have it as paragraphs. So it'll start off with the chart up here. Some of it will be filled in, some of it will not be. The main thing is we're going to be answering the question at the top. So how was silk fabric made in ancient China? And we used our steps to fill in our chart. Then we used our chart to make our sentences. The only sentences that did not come from the chart were our topic sentence and our conclusion sentence. Topic sentence just explains what the paragraph is going to be about, and then I just copied my chart down. And then my conclusion is just summarizing what everything's about. So it was very simple, as those are the steps to make silk fabric. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. This was just a quick little tutorial, little video to help you guys know how we're going to be doing these. We've done one already. I just want to make sure the students are prepared to do their next one on ancient China.